Now in this video I wanted to share with you a huge tip, really, or a huge secret that I've picked up through experience and through talking with others and everything. What you can do to radically change your ex's mind about you and get them wanting to come back to you almost instantly. And this is a really cool tip. So what happens when someone breaks up with you or rejects you from a relationship is that, they say they don't want to be with you anymore, right? They don't want your love anymore is what they're saying. But the truth is, everyone wants to be liked. Even your partner or your ex who has rejected you. Even though they're pushing you away, they're saying, I want my space, I don't want to see each other anymore, I don't think we're right for each other, they still want you to like them, because that's how human beings are. That's our human nature. So if up to this point you have been the one chasing after them, which is completely normal, that's okay. But what you should do, or what I recommend you do, is that you should suddenly turn your situation around. So if you've been chasing after your partner, suddenly give them a bit of the cold shoulder, not too much, but just remove that distance, increase the distance, between you and your partner. So suddenly, instead of calling them all the time, or, writing them letters all the time, whatever the communication has been, I want you to stop that and, give them nothing. Give them nothing for a week or two, depending on how long it has been since you last communicated with them. So then suddenly, they'll be thinking, oh, suddenly I was getting a lot of attention from them and now I'm getting nothing. So, and that is a huge, you're turning your situation around, and that's going to wake them up, I guess. They'll pay attention to that. So once they realize, oh, something's changed, why are they not calling me anymore? Even though they're saying that's what they want, inside they'll be wondering why you're not calling them anymore. So that's good. You want them to get to that point. But the problem with that is you don't want to stay in that just being cold and not talking to each other stage for too long, because if you do that, then eventually they will move on, and you don't want to lose their interest. So now what you want to do is plant a little seed in them to get them, kick them into action, I guess. So what I want you to do now is send them a letter. It can be either an email or a handwritten letter, although I suggest a letter might be a bit better because it's more personal, and it'll be less likely to get lost in all the other junk mails that everyone gets nowadays. So if you can send a letter, great. If not, email is fine as well. So all you want to say in this letter is say, I apologize for everything that's happened, and I agree with you about the breakup. I've finally come to terms with that, and I'm fine with it. And, I hope we can catch up again sometime in the future. So that's pretty much the gist of the letter that you're going to send them. Very simple, really. And you could add in a few one-liners like good luck with your exams, or, something that ties in with the past, something friendly. So remember the letter, all you have to say is, I apologize for what's happened. I understand and agree with the breakup, and I hope we can catch up again as friends in the future. So that's all you have to say. Now, after you send the letter, you should just wait and leave it, because you've given them a bit of an opening kind of thing. So it's up to them to contact you now. And it's okay if they don't contact you straight away, but what I found is that most people do contact straight away, so don't be surprised if they call you a few hours or whatever that day. But that's cool. But even if they don't, that's fine. But remember, now you've planted that seed. They're going to be ticking over this what's going on thing in their head, because You know, suddenly you were giving them attention, then you weren't, and now you're saying you're fine with the breakup. So that is really good. You know, you want to get them there. So that is one huge tip, I guess, on getting them to change their psychological thinking about you and the breakup. Now, although in many cases that alone can easily get your ex back, you know, sometimes they'll just come back and they say, you know, I can't stand it anymore being apart and I want to get back together. Now, if that doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that it won't. It just means they need a little bit of more of a nudge, because, you know, we want to be certain what we're doing is the right thing. And if they broke up with you first, they'll think that that is the right thing. And to change their mind so quickly, you know, often it doesn't quite work that way. They need a little bit more persuasion, I guess, persuading. So, and it just takes a little bit of more work and a few more steps. And all of these, you know, I want to go through not only strategically the steps that you should take after sending the letter and after talking to them, but also understand for long-term purposes why the breakup happened, what were the issues in the relationship, and how to resolve those issues so you can both enjoy getting back into a relationship that will last and you know, start creating something that will be solid and healthy in the future. So a lot of these things, you know, will take me pages and pages to fill. Like, there's a lot of stuff here, and I really recommend you to look into that, which, you know, I'm gonna help you with. I want you to understand exactly what went wrong and how to resolve those issues. Not only the steps to get them back, because you know, if you only get them back for a week, that's great, but if they leave again, you know, you're just gonna feel the pain of that rejection all over again. So what I'd like you to do is click on the link below. That's going to have a lot more information in there on what is required, the overall, I guess, bigger picture of the whole thing. As this is more of a snippet of the tips, which, you know, this is all you need, but if you wanted to see a whole bigger picture and answer a lot more questions that you'll probably have, such as, you know, why they left in the first place, what they're really thinking about you, what if there's someone else, questions like what if you're married with kids, what if you see each other all the time and you can't, you know, you can't just separate and put that distance between you, because I know in those circumstances it's going to be really difficult. So for all those different situations and questions, you know, I really recommend you to go to the link below. That will give you a lot more information.